Assalamu alaikum and peace, family. This is Bilal Abdullah, Mujahid of Black Muslim in America, back again, once again, giving you a quick update. Something I just started peeping in the news. I had to come on here and drop this real quick. It was just too much happening so fast, and all these thoughts was running through my mind. I had to gather my thoughts real quick and hop on here real quick because it's just so blatant what they're doing right now, people. But don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget, this is Black Muslim in America. But yeah, man, it's getting crazy out here. It turns out the tinfoil kufi wearing brothers and sisters, the tinfoil hijab wearing people, the tinfoil cap wearing people, the conspiracy theorists, it seems they was right. It seems we was right, people, They are trying, or they're talking about trying to implement vaccine passports. Y'all said it wasn't going to happen, and y'all just conspiracy theorists. This is why you have to have a healthy conspiracy theorist mind, in my opinion. You don't have to believe it all, definitely, but you should always be open to taking in different information because, man, these people are up to just no good. But yeah, they are talking about trying to do vaccine passports, and it seems they want to implement these vaccine passports to harm us, to harm black people. But also it seems that the government isn't moving fast enough to implement these things because, states are already opening back up fully because states is like, nigga, we losing money. We need to open these states back up. We got the vaccines, people taking them, they dumb butts is taking them. Let's open these businesses back up. Okay, we can release the restrictions. We need our money back. So people are opening up too fast, and they're like, oh man, but we trying to do these vaccine passports to keep these Negroes in check. And it came out on CNN. Dr. Leanna Wen, who was an Asian, which is very coincidental. She's an Asian doctor, and she was hinting at it on CNN. This is what she had to say. Let's listen.
Clear to them that the vaccine is the ticket back to pre-pandemic life. And the window to do that is really narrowing. I mean, you were mentioning, Chris, about how all these states are reopening. They're reopening at 100%. And we have a very narrow window to tie reopening policy to vaccination status. Because otherwise, if everything is reopened, then what's the carrot going to be? How are we going to incentivize people to actually get the vaccine? So that's why I think the CDC and the Biden administration needs to come out a lot bolder and say, if you're vaccinated, you can do all these things. Here are all these freedoms that you have. Because otherwise, people are going to go out and enjoy these freedoms anyway.
So there you have it. So you have all these freedoms if you get your vaccine. You need your freedom papers. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's coming to. You need your freedom papers. And that's what they're trying to have. They're trying to incentivize you putting some experimental chemical in your body that you don't know what it is. But hey, moving right along, they're basically turning up the propaganda battle against us, man, because they're really trying to come at us hard. They're already demonizing us on one hand with the bullcrap Asian hate stuff that they claim we're committing. But, a lot of this stuff seems very staged and very agent-ish. And, I noticed the same thing. And, Tariq Nasheed talked about this. He broke this down in his program. And recently you had Dwayne Wade's corny butt. Like, you got celebrities coming out black celebrities coming out backing up this anti-Asian bullcrap they're trying to push on black people. This isn't right, but I don't expect anything more from Dwayne Wade. He already done sold his son to, the Baphomet. He already done sold his son off to the LGBT community. He already done sacrificed his son's manhood so that he can stay relevant. That was his sacrifice. So, yeah, I'm not surprised he's doing this. But listen to what this fool had to say.
Think of these people who I know personally, and I know their families personally. And to me, this is about right versus wrong. And it's wrong to target our fellow Asian brothers and sisters. It's wrong to target them with jokes. It's wrong to target them with anything that can hurt and harm. them. It's about standing up for what's right. And what's right is making sure that racist jokes,
Can't even get his words out good.
It's not something that you allow in your space, right? And so it's not enough just to put a post up. We have to step in. We have to say something. And, I wrote this right here, and I want to say this. And in this world we live in, if you don't know someone, then you feel like that's not my fight because I don't know them. Well,
oh, what is he saying? It's not my fight. No, Negro, it's not our fight because we're not doing this. We don't need to say something. And then they need to hold their own nuts. They need to hold their own nuts because they've been anti-black towards us. We've always supported Asian people in the Asian community. You can come to any black neighborhood and find a chicken wing spot, an Asian food spot, a hair weave and beauty supply spot, nail salon spot, and it's always got black people up in it. We always supported them. So now all of a sudden, when this propaganda pops off, they not standing up and saying, no, that's not true. No, they're riding with it so they can hold their own nuts. That's why we not stepping in. Let's hear the rest of this bull crap.
To me, our fight in this world is about safety. It's about peace. And it's the ability to want to live life without fear, right? That's all we want. We want safety, peace. We want to live life without fear. And so that should be all of our fight. It shouldn't just be the Asian American community fight. It should be all of our fight. And it's time for us to continue to use our platforms and our voices to speak up and speak out and do something about it.
Stop it. Just stop it. No, that's not our fight. It's not our fight. I'm sorry if allegedly all of this is going on with y'all, but hey, hold your own chopsticks, man. That's not our fight. And he's foul for standing up for this stuff. And he couldn't even get the words out of his mouth because he know he's programmed to do this. He know they told him to get up there and do this. So he's up there looking like a damn fool. He's up there coon babbling about some bullcrap that's not even going on. But, also, with this talk of the vaccine passports, it lets me know that they are thinking about, quote unquote, forcing this on black people, on people in general, but it's really going to be focused on black people. And we know it's black folk mostly who are refusing this vaccine. We don't want that stuff. We don't want this stuff at all. We heard about the Tuskegee experiment. We heard about what y'all did with Henrietta Lacks and all the other bullcrap you did to us since we've been here. We don't trust y'all. Even people in the NBA coming out talking about they don't want to get the vaccine because of distrust of the government. So don't nobody want that. And this is why we are being targeted. And recently, this is what this whole Capitol attack or Capitol crash was about, man. To me, in my opinion, it's just so blatant to me. Recently, this black dude named Noah R. Green, a dude from Indiana, recently crashed into the Capitol, the U.S. Capitol entrance area, and he took out one cop. Like, he died from his injuries, and another cop is like in stable condition. I think he's going to be okay. And they ended up killing this black dude, which lets you know he was black because they killed him. But they took all these other mass shooters in. But anyway, they are now trying to claim that he's a follower of Minister Farrakhan. Now, I'm a Sunni Muslim and I don't follow Farrakhan. He says some real things. I'm not necessarily, I don't hate the guy. And he stands for black people. I respect that. I respect how he has cleaned up many black people. I respect that as well. But they're trying to tie this guy into Farrakhan. And there's no full proof that he was a member of the Nation of Islam or anything like that. They're just trying to say, well, because of his Facebook page, we gonna say that. So now they can only say allegedly, but they keep trying to tie these two people together. And they're doing that because, and in my opinion, this is why they're doing it. They're finna turn up. They want to force vaccines on us. And those who will refuse will be seen as black identity extremists. Why? Because what did Farrakhan say? What did he say it would be considered if they tried to force vaccines on black people? He said it would be considered an act of war. So this is why they make it seem like he's a follower of Farrakhan, because they have to tie it together. Because after they try to drag Farrakhan through the mud and call him an anti-Semite and talk about how they're a hate group and how they're an extremist hate group, they're trying to say, see, white supremacy, see, everybody can be racist, see, everybody can be hateful. This is the same thing Dwayne Wade's trying to do. Everybody can be hateful. They're trying to dilute white supremacy and make white supremacy seem like, well, it's not that bad because everybody has some form of hatred in their heart. So let's not even really talk about white supremacy. We just need to do good. Let's not even focus on white supremacy. That's what it's about. That's one thing they're trying to do. But also, they want to tie any black person who doesn't want this vaccine. They want you to automatically mentally make a connection with Farrakhan, make a connection with Noah R. Green, make a connection with black identity extremists, make a connection with terrorism. So that anytime you see a black person who say, I don't want to take this vaccine, oh, you're a terrorist. That's what they're trying to put in your mind. Oh, you don't want to get the shot? You must be a follower of Farrakhan. Oh, and you're a Muslim? I'm a Sunni Muslim. But yeah, you're still a Muslim, though. You know they terrorists anyway. See, they're putting it all together in front of your faces. So, it's either we're quote unquote allegedly attacking Asians, or on the other hand, we're potential black identity extremists. It's one or the other. You know what I mean? They're trying to get us between a rock and a hard place. And they're doing that because we don't want these vaccines. And as I said before, this is also to deflect from these white supremacist shootings that have been popping off. They keep trying to deflect from those things. It's been a few. The dude that shot up the shopping store, and then the guy who shot up the Asian massage parlor. They're trying to cover that up. But another reason they're deflecting from these white supremacist shootings, and also you have white supremacist rallies being scheduled starting from April 11th. And these rallies are involving many people who were at the Capitol riots. So, yeah, they trying to really deflect and distort and dilute what's going on. And honestly, man, I wouldn't be surprised if this Noah R. Green character was some type of MK Ultra Manchurian candidate type dude that they sent the word to. He got his call, he got triggered, and he went and did the mission that they programmed him to do. They made up this Facebook page of his and then hurried up and scrubbed it. Like, since when did they scrub Negroes' pages like that? This is something they reserve for white supremacy and white supremacists. When they talk about a white supremacist crime, they don't want to mention their name, and they hurry up and erase their media and social and all this other stuff. Just like, Jason Black was talking about, they erase white supremacist crimes. So all of a sudden they're erasing this black dude stuff? That don't even sound right. Usually they blast the black person's names from the hilltops. They go through his whole timeline and find the most egregious things they could find. But now all of a sudden they scrubbing his name. That seems suspicious. That seems like this was some Manchurian candidate type dude, and they made up this page real quick and then scrubbed it real quick because they don't want you to find out we made this page up. So it's just very odd stuff going on. And what's crazy is every time a black person does something, it always has to be on us. It has to be the whole black community who has to be at fault for it, and they're never a lone wolf. But hundreds of white people can run up in the Capitol building, and they're all lone wolves. They're not connected in any way, shape, form, or fashion. They're all lone wolves. But when one Negro does some off the wall stuff, is, oh no, all you black people need to be blamed for this. Y'all one big nigga. That's what it becomes. And that's how it is. And that's just how it is, man. So I just wanted to drop this on y'all. That's what I think is coming up next. They're going to start associating. They're going to bring up how Farrakhan said, if you try to force these vaccines on us, it's going to be declared an act of war. They're going to bring that up. They're going to bring up how they're a hate group. They're going to bring all these things up because they want to associate black people not getting the shots, terrorism. You see what I'm saying? They want us to associate all the anti-Asian hate. They want all these things to be associated together so that we can become the enemy. They're turning up the propaganda because we need to become the enemy because they're about to pass some crazy law against black people. It's coming. You got Jim Crow Joe in the office right now. It's coming. He's cooking it up right now. He's whipping it up in the back. That's what he's doing right now. So don't be worried. It's coming. They already out there in New York. They about to have Asian undercover cops patrolling obviously black areas for Asian anti-hate crime. Like, come on. All these undercover Asian cops, all they're going to do is go around being agent provocateurs and instigating issues so that they can add to the quote unquote Asian attacks that black people are doing. That's all they're doing. They're going to be going around being agent provocateurs. That's all they're going to be doing. And eventually a black person is going to get killed off of it. That's what they're going to do. They all make blood sacrifices to Satan through our blood. It's the most potentest blood they can use. And they love using black people's blood. They'll take anybody else's, but they love using black people's blood for their sacrifices to Satan. So, let's stay on point, people. Let's not forget our Ayatul Kursi. Let's not forget our dhikr throughout the day. Ask for Allah's protection. Ask for Allah to destroy white supremacy when you pray every single time. All of these things. And until next time, if Allah gives me another life, this has been Bilal Abdullah Mujahid, a black Muslim in America. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, peace and assalamu alaikum.